So excuse the hair, I'm going to be doing a hair tutorial, which I don't normally do, or hair demo. But the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to cleanse my face with some NARS makeup removal water, because I usually use witch hazel. Next thing I'm going to do is moisturize. And I also add my primer to my moisturizer. Next thing I'm going to put on my face is Total Matte by Philosophy, and I just put that in my hand and I put it on and kind of mix it with that moisturizer primer base. I'm going to place the Becca Ever Matte Poreless Primer on my face. I have it on the back of my hand. I like to warm it up, and I just put it around my nose. All the areas on my T-zone is where I really focus it. Okay, so we're going to start on the eyes really quick before I finish the face, because I know someone somewhere is going to ask me how did I do that eye. Done. I'm going to start off with Makeup Forever's number 28, and it's just a reddish brown. And I'm going to do that on a big fluffy brush, wipe off the excess, and I'm going to sweep that into my crease. I've already placed M.A.C Medium Dark Skin Finish as my brow bone highlight of choice. I have Makeup Forever's Clown White on my lid. You're just going to work that Makeup Forever's number, I think it's 156. It's a very matte, chalky off-white, and I'm just going to really pack that color on my lid. Sweep that 28, same first color we used with that same fluffy brush. And I'm going to sweep that into my crease and blend out the lid. I'm going to place Nano Gold, which is like a neutral, iridescent, pinky, flaky, goldy color. And I'm going to place that on the lid. With Makeup Forever's number 29, which is just a richer, little bit darker than the 28. And I'm going to really work that into the outer V, just adding a little depth to the eye. And I'm going to bring that over, and I'm going to really blend and make sure that all the colors are blended on my eye. I'm going to come back and I'm going to have lashes on. I'm going to finish up the rest of my face so you all can see how I use the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation and the fluid. I did not like the lid, so I added some Sugar Pills, oh boy, what is it? Goldilux. And I say a little, I mean a little, like whatever's left in this top, I just brush my little brush around it, and I'm just brushing it on my lid. Now that is it for the eye. This is the eye. Okay, with a little bit, just a teeny bit of Goldilux on the top. I'm going to, the first thing I'm going to put down is the Smashbox Photo Finish Hydrating Under Eye Primer. And I'm going to put that on the back of my hand, and I'm going to place that under my eye area to lessen the chances of creasing. Okay, so we're going for full coverage, glowy skin. So the first thing we're going to do, I'm going to put down Smashbox Camera Ready BB Cream, and the color that I use is dark. And I'm going to put that on the back of my hand, just a little bit. And I'm going to mix in with that the first layer of the liquid sheer, or the fluid sheer number 4 from Giorgio Armani. I'm going to put that on the back of my hand, and I'm going to mix that with the Smashbox in my skin with a Real Techniques brush. I'm just going to spray some Fix Plus on that and stipple it on my face, and then I'm going to blend it in. Okay, so you can stop right here, either just set your face, foundation, set your foundation or your face with the BB cream, and use your BB cream as like a foundation, and apply your blush. Or you can go a little further and do some concealer and, you know, brighten under the eye. I'm going to take it a step further, and I'm going to use the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation in number 10, and I'm going to mix that layer with the fluid sheer number 4 on the back of my hand. And I'm going to mix the fluid sheer with it, just like I did before with the BB cream. I'm using the BB cream as a base, and I'm going to mix back on my hand, going to spray my brush with some Fix Plus, still going to try to also layer moisture into every layer that we put down, and I'm going to stipple this on my face as well. And then I'm going to blend in. So for the areas of my face that need just a little bit more, you can build this up. And I'm going to just put foundation there and kind of work it in my skin so that my little hot spots aren't as noticeable. But I'm not using concealer because I don't want, or a corrector, because I just want my skin to breathe as much as possible. Yeah, I know that foundation is going to hinder that a little bit. Next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to put my concealer down because I want to use a concealer to brighten up under my eye area. I'm going to be taking a mixture of Kevyn Aucoin's Sensual Skin Enhancer SX11 with Prolonged Wear concealers NC42 and NC45 mixed. And I'm going to place that down with a brush, carving it out, upside down triangle, going over and across. Put this down the center of my nose. I do not put concealer on my forehead because I don't like to bring attention to my pre-wrinkles. Okay. And then I'm going to work this in with a sponge. And this is just a damp Real Techniques sponge, and I'm just working that in and blending. So my highlight is just a little subtle, right? We're going to blend that a little bit. I'm going to be taking M.A.C's Richly Honed Sculpting Cream. Pro Sculpting Cream, I don't think it's available anymore. And I'm going to take that on a wedge brush. And I'm going to just do my concealer placement. And I want to carve out my cheek. Just like that. Also going to go to my temples. Center of my forehead. Jawline, and also down the sides of my nose. And I'm going to blend those areas. For my areas here, I like to use a nice fluffy brush, and this is an ink blot brush, and only for the areas around my face, not my nose. And I'm going to blend that after spraying it with a little Fix Plus. I'm going to begin to blend this in. You're going to take your time with this because you really want it blended in the area. Blend the contour on my nose. I like to take a little Real Techniques brush here, spray it with a little Fix Plus, and then I like to work the areas very carefully, blending down my nose toward my nostril and taking on around. Once you have blended in the contour color on your nose with your brush, if you want to blend in the line, okay, I've seen so many noses where the contour line is not blended, and if that's the look you're going for, that's fine. If that is not the look you're going for and you're having some problems, I'm going to show you a little tip. Go back in with your blending sponge, and you are just going to work that sponge right along those edges so that it blends in, and your contour, yes, is lighter between your contour and your highlight, right? But that line is blended out, okay? So it's not so noticeable. The whole intent of it is to bring light to that area, but also to use the contour to deflect the light and to create a shade so that it looks like the light or sun is shining on your face when you're indoors or what have you. It's just an enhancement. It should not be so heavy and unblended that it brings attention to it. I hope that makes sense. And for those of you that like your line contoured to the gods and you can see it, more power to you. So, very blended contour highlight for the nose. I'm going to make sure that my under eye, that I let dry a little bit because it had concealer on it, is no creasing. And then I'm going to set it, and I'm going to come back and show you whatever super matte loose powder. I want to say number 18. I'm not sure, you guys. I always do it with my top. And I'm going to place that in the area only under my eye. That's it. That's the only place I'm going to set with this powder is under my eye. I also did my nose. I'm going to take off the excess. I don't let it sit unless I'm doing a more intense makeup look. But for today, I'm not doing that. We're going for subtle glam. Because remember, we still have the fluid sheer. And it provides for a subtle glam, a subtle highlight the way that I did it. And it's just an enhancement, the number 4 is. And I really like the number 4. I also like the number 5 as well. And just wipe that excess off. and you're left with a you still got the contour. And I'm going to come back and I'm going to put some blush on and finish the rest of my face. However, I am going to contour, and I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills contour palette, and I'm using these two colors, Java and Havana, together. And I like this combo, and I'm going to work that into the hollows of my cheeks and blend back into my temple. Okay, I'm going to take the more richer color here, and I'm going to use that on that same brush I contour with, and I'm going to contour my nose just a little bit with that. Okay, now like the grayish brown color that's in the center, I'm going to take that on the same brush, and I'm going to put that in the center of the contour in the hollows of my cheek, and I'm just going to work that color right in the center to add just a little subtle depth to that cheek, hollow cheek right there that we are carving out. Okay, the first color I'm going to go in with for blush is Ambering Rose, and I'm going to blend that color into my contour with the majority of the color on the back end of my cheeks into my temple, and work it forward on the apples of my cheek. But I'm going to blend it with the contour color. Okay, so for the apples of my cheeks, I'm going to be taking NARS's Gina, and I'm just going to lightly dab that on. You do get a lot of color payoff with these. I'm going to lightly dab that, tap off the excess, smile. And I'm really going to work that into the apples of my cheeks and blend back into my temple, blending it with the Ambering Rose. And I absolutely love this blush combination. To really bring out that light, glowy, golden color with the fluid sheer, I'm going to be using M.A.C Iridescent Golden Bronze Powder. And I'm going to highlight my cheekbones and just the tip of my nose. And that really brings out the fluid sheer. And it's nice, bronzy, and golden with just the tip of the nose and just a little bit on the chin area. You can even do the forehead if you want to, but I tend to leave that part alone. And you just have nice, glowy skin. I'm going to put a little bit of M.A.C Charged Water. I also mix a little bit of vanilla pigment with that to add to the glow. Come back and I'll show you what I do. You got the glow back, soft dewy glam, and we're gonna start off with lining our lips with a chocolate pencil. I'm just using NYX's brown lip pencil. What's the color? Espresso. Go in with Melt Cosmetics Summer. I'm gonna go in with Snob by M.A.C. Creates a very pinky corally look. I'm going to top it off with Oyster Girl lip glass. There you have it. That's the look. Y'all, let me know what you think about my new lighting setup. If you can tell the difference, let me know. I really appreciate you guys for hanging in there with me. And yeah, I hope you enjoy the look. A couple of eye looks for you. A full face, and so you guys can see how I do my full face for the summer. Feel free to take what you need, leave the rest. This is the full face soft glam. So you really get that summer glow, and it's a little bit, you know, full, medium to full coverage foundation. If you want to lessen the coverage, either take out the BB cream and just use a regular primer, or take out the foundation and just use the BB cream, and that will also give you the same results, but a little less, a little lighter. All right, guys, I hope to see you in the next video. I hope you guys have a wonderful week. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend, and thank you so much for supporting. Bye. Remember to please rate, thumbs up, and subscribe and share. Bye.